Everybody say, say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough, to say thank you. So Lord, you are my everything. You're my everything. How can I express my gratitude? How can I express my gratitude for all the many things Father, you done for me, yeah. Words are not enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are, you're my everything. See, I call you Jireh. Lord, my provider. I call you Eunice. You are my battle. I call you Rapha. Hey. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are. You're my everything. I call you Jireh. Lord, my provider. I call you Eunice. You are my battle. I call you Rapha. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are. You're my everything. Uya matinyana. Uya matinyana. Uya matinyana. Oh, uya matinyana. Yeah, so uya. Uya matinyana. Uya matinyana. Yeah. Uya matinyana. Uya matinyana. Say, I call you Jireh, say. I call you Jireh. Lord, my provider. I call you Nisi. You are my battle. I call you. Hello. 20th of May 2023, Saturday afternoon, and we are live on the community and the law. My name is Oroku Owusu-Frimpong. Thank you very much for joining us. Now, I have a very interesting question to ask you. Now, if you have received a letter from the Home Office that your visa will be cancelled, what are you going to do? I have an answer from the lawyer, and my guest, as usual, is Lawyer Charles Asma from BWF Solicitors. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's the community and the law live on BWF Solicitors Facebook, BWF Solicitors YouTube, BWTV, and BW Radio, both on Facebook and YouTube. Let's jump into it together.
This is our world. Here we are in our community. There are the laws. There are the regulations. We have BWF Solicitors. BWF Solicitors, experts in all aspects of the law, family law, civil litigation, all immigration and nationality issues, representation in court, marriage and divorce. We pride ourselves to give you excellent legal services and follow through till we get you the right result and decisions. That is our mutual satisfaction. We have a team of excellent qualified solicitors and support team to help you every step of the way. Our senior partner, with over 30 years of unbroken service to the community, is a member of the Family Law Panel and has advised several lawyers and institutions in many legal matters. He is qualified to practice both in the UK and in Ghana. Come to us. Speak to us. Let us represent you. We are your trusted community partners when it comes to the law. Locate us on the 4th floor of the Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road at Seven Sisters in North London, N15 4NP. Nearest train station, Victoria Line to Seven Sisters Station, exit number 2. We are open for all consultations from Monday to Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Weekends by appointment only. Call us now on 0208 493 7340 or 077 127 61884. BWF Solicitors, your trusted legal partner.
Hello, once again, I welcome you to the platform where we have the legal discussion that goes to benefit everybody in the community, especially here in the UK. And I want to say that once you are on, please like the page and subscribe to the channel and share it in your platform and your network so that we can have a whole lot of people in the community benefiting from the wealth of knowledge that BWF Solicitors is going to give us. It's a community in the law, and we are live. Now, this afternoon, I'm asking the question, if it is that you receive a letter from the Home Office that says that your visa is going to be cancelled, what are you going to do? Now, listen, you don't have to panic. You don't have to think that it's the end of the world. There's something that you can do. Speak to the lawyers, and that is what we're going to do this afternoon. What are we going to do? We're going to speak to the lawyer and ask him what we need to do when we receive such a letter. And as I keep saying, and I want to repeat, BWF Solicitors are trusted legal partners when it comes to the law for your immigration matters, for representation in court, and all the other legal issues, family matters, marriage and divorce, and all the other issues. If you want to invest in properties in Ghana, speak to BWF Solicitors. They are at 214 to 218 on the Tottenham High Road, Seven Sisters, London N15 4NP. They work Monday to Fridays between 9:30 in the morning and 6 p.m. in the evening. You call them on this hotline 0208 493 7340 0208 493 7340 or the emergency line 077 127 61884 077 127 61884. BWF Solicitors are trusted legal partners. Another thing I need to get out of the way is I mentioned to you that if you want to invest in properties in Ghana, speak to BWF Solicitors. Now, they will come along with you and show you which ones will be the best to invest in. And one of such is Sawyer Nano and Sons Company Limited, real estate developers. They call their facility City of Favor. Community 25 extension of the Aplao Road, Tema. They have various housing types, so I am going to lead you into what features there are, internal and external security available in the estate. They have concrete road network. There's a gym facility, there's a pharmacy, there are shops, there's a general car park for everybody in there, there's an event center, there is a communal swimming pool. They have landscaped the place so very well. Electricity is constant. You have water and all the other beds. They have two bedrooms detached, as you see on your screen. Both bedrooms, I should say, are en suite. Paved parking space, plasterboard ceiling. They have a cylinder cage for your safety. Chandeliers to match every room, solar power, ceiling fan, air conditioning, and the kitchen is also so cute. They also have the three-bedroom economy detached house. One room is en suite and two other visiting rooms, AC point wiring, the kitchen store with shelves all well laid out, metal external security door. Remember, solar powered, air conditioning available, stylish master bedroom ceiling with LED and spotlights. All these are so real good that you would want to have. That's the economy. The three-bedroom detached house is also, as you see on your screen, has all the features I'm talking about. There is the four-bedroom executive mansion that you would want to have. So remember, it's about Sawyer Nano and Sons that's providing all these. So how do you even buy from them, from the City of Favor? You browse the selection of building on their website, complete an application form. They will send you an offer letter. You receive that, then you make payment, and the property is allocated to you. What are their numbers? 00233 5642 or 00233 256 3250. Now, with SNS City of Favor, accuracy is the key. And as you see, It's so real good. So I invite you to go in there and invest in a property or buy something you can live in when you go to Ghana. You'd want to make an application for any type of settlement here in the UK, and you are asked to write your English language, either the B1, B2, the CELT A1, B1, B2 for all other migration purposes, or the healthcare worker route, you would have to prepare and write the English, the IELTS, I mean. And you prepare with the masters and experts, and you pass with ease. KT Educational Consult is the one I recommend for you. Call them now on 07596 620154, 07596 620154, or 07512 644 041. Listen, if you want to pass very well, practice and prepare with the experts, and that's KT Educational Consult. We have this charity event coming up that's going to buy incubators and other medical accessories for a hospital in Ghana. The Alexa Champon Ministry is putting this together and it's coming off on the 28th of May 2023 in Reading. The venue is the Pavilion, 1432145 Oxford Road, Reading, RG17UY. And on the bill, we have Minister OJ, Diana Antwi Hamilton, and Alexa Champon himself. So get your tickets now quickly before it runs out. www.alexachampon.com, or you call 07447 417 Emmanuel Praise 2023 is coming up Sunday, 28th of May 2023. And with that out of the way, let's say thank yous once again and welcome people on board. Absound Akrobi, Honorable Reverend Dr. Lieutenant General Nana Osu Dumja Kantankrechi Ampem Okoji Abo Ogundele is watching live from Telford. Oh my days. That's a very long name with a lot of titles. Thank you very much, Akrobi. Molash Nyantaba, you are online. Ademonunkum, you are there. Tilly Duma and all the other wonderful people who have come on board. When you come on, pick up your phone, share the link, and let others also have the benefit of what we are all having. It's live on the program, The Community and the Law. Now, with that, let me introduce my guest before we go on to the nuggets and get into some legal discussions. My guest is a lawyer from BWF Solicitors, lawyer Charles Asma, my fancy lawyer, my friend, and of course, if you look at our bald head, we look very much the same. Lawyer Charles Asma, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Bragaku.
How are you, my boss?
Very well. How are you too?
I'm very well. We thank God for small mercies. Now the sun is out, so we're all excited. And of course, on an afternoon like that, with people having some barbecues left and right, drinks on the side, football in the background, we are here to learn. And we're so grateful that you have decided to join us here to help us. So once you are here, maybe you say a word or two before I go into the nuggets, and we see what you have brought us, and you do some explanations for us.
So, a very good afternoon to you, viewer and listener. Thank you so much for making time once again to be with us on this program. We are going to learn very important, so please do share with others, and you'll be a blessing to them. Let's all support the community, and through the benevolence of BWF Solicitors, we'll make everybody happier.
Okay, right. Thank you very much. And so, we're going to have our discussion. So let's get into our nugget as quickly as possible. The Innovator Founder Visa, what is that? According to the information we have, it was introduced by the UK government on the 13th of April 2023. This new route has replaced the Innovator Visa and is for people who want to set up their own innovative, viable, and scalable business in the UK. As part of qualifying as an innovator founder, you must be endorsed by an endorsement body. What is that? Lawyer will be taking us through that. The endorsement body will verify that the applicant has sufficient funds to set up the business and that the idea is unlike anything else on the market and has the potential to create jobs. In addition, You must meet the language and maintenance requirements. After 3 years on the visa, you can apply for indefinite leave to remain or settlement as long as you meet the eligibility criteria. After 3 years on this visa, you can apply for indefinite leave to remain or settlement as long as you meet the eligibility criteria. So the innovator founder visa. Lawyer Charles Asma, what is that?
Thank you very much, Braguku. You see that the UK government is always seeking solutions to its own problems. And the key thing or consideration is supporting the economy and creating jobs. So there have been a lot of avenues that the government creates through its immigration programs. So there used to be highly skilled migrant program. We now have skilled worker program. We have a talented program and all many other programs. And
Right.
today we are talking about innovator founder. The key word is founder, an entrepreneur who dreams about idea and decides to implement the idea in the UK to help the UK economy. So how different is your idea from all the other ideas the government already is aware or people are already introducing? So yours
Mhm.
should be unique. What it means is that it has to be verified to see that it has the potential to help the government program in terms of job creation and advancement of growth and development of the economy. In
Okay.
this case, we are looking at anything but something that is special. So it's not just going to be anything at all that people are doing, but something that is um, so unique. Now, to be able to get it running, you should have the means in terms of the capital. You should be able to provide all the necessary documents and also have a plan to show that indeed that business is so viable as to create jobs and so unique as to be standing out from many other businesses in the UK. So, to be able to say that you have met the criteria, you have to be verified, and the verification will come from Home Office's own endorsing body.
Hmm.
So there are endorsement bodies for different things, but with this one, the Home Office will have a body in place to verify such innovator founder programs or ideas.
Right.
So if it is not endorsed by the Home Office own endorsing body, then your idea cannot go through. So is it any endorsement body or any endorsing body at all? No, it has to be Home Office endorsing body. What are they seeking to do to check whether the business has the potential to create jobs? How many jobs? As many jobs as possible. And
Hmm.
because of that, they will give you opportunity to remain in the UK after 3 years. You have your indefinite leave to remain status or stay. Then more or less you settle so that you can continue to create jobs through your business and
Um, Well, as lawyers explaining, the qualification criteria is what he was talking on about. We have a bit of a lull in the streaming, so we'll get back to that. But the endorsing body, as lawyer was saying, will verify that the applicant has sufficient funds, and that was one question I was going to pose to lawyer when he's back on. I will ask about that sufficient funds. If you talk about sufficient funds, lawyer, how much money are we looking at? Is it an investment that should, say, span for the 3 years? And what is it when we talk about sufficient funds?
so you see every business has its own setup plan.
Hmm.
And somebody can say, is 5,000 enough? Is 10,000 enough? Is 200,000 enough? What is enough will be set out through the business plan. And you see, the key thing the government is looking at, if you read the nugget, you can see that the government is much more interested in the job potential of the business.
Okay.
So that even if you have the money and there's no potential to create jobs, you will not your idea will not go through.
Okay.
And therefore, the focus should be on, is this business going to create jobs for people in the UK?
Right.
And how many jobs?
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that such potential for job creation will give you an idea or understanding of the capital structure you require or the amount of money you require to set up the business. But the focus is, it says, unlike any other businesses on the market or ideas already being implemented, the key with this one is potential to create jobs.
Okay. Now,
So
let me
listeners and viewers,
mhm. Yeah, I was going to ask if this example might fall into this criteria. I am a chef of a different type. For instance, I specialize in barbecues. And in my situation, I specialize in, say, using kind of meat that is not used by any other person. And I put together my business plan. I give examples and I set out how it's going to help the community create jobs, as it were, and then also make sure that a need is satisfied in the community. Would that pass the criteria?
so you can see that it will be difficult for anybody at all, even not even a government official from the Home Office, will be able
Hmm.
to sit on any platform to say that this idea will pass the test,
Right,
because the criteria will come from an endorsing body, and the endorsing body will subject that idea to rigorous test.
right.
So we can only preempt that, yes, the idea is feasible, but whether it will pass the test will depend on the criteria that the nursing body will set. But what the nursing body is saying is that your idea should be different. So if you have a unique recipe, for example, because you are a chef, that recipe has the potential to prevent obesity and health related problems, then that might be unique.
Okay,
Because in addition to that we are going to satisfy hunger, you're also going to help secure people's health, to
right.
support government health program. In addition, you are going to create jobs. Maybe through your recipe, you are going to have a lot of product on the market to create
Hmm.
jobs.
Right.
Then that is something unique, because no potential
Something
might
that
have come with
will
that
enhance
recipe.
the value chain really should be exciting
Very
to
unique, and
everybody.
also people's health. Health, yes.
Oh,
So I would say that whether you will pass the test or not depends on the endorsing body's own assessment.
okay. Okay. All right. So, folks, that's the new thing that has been introduced on the 13th of April, 2023. The Innovator Founder Visa was introduced by the UK government, and this is in itself replacing the Innovator Visa, and it's for people who want to set up their own innovative, viable, and scalable business in the UK. So, at least it should be a new idea. It should be viable and sustainable, and is a scalable business, which something that can really grow. As part of the qualifying criteria, the endorsement body would have to really scrutinize your idea and see how sustainable it will be. They will verify that you have sufficient funds to set up the business. The idea is unlike anything else on the market and has the potential to create jobs. And you must meet the language and maintenance requirements. And that brings us to where I often recommend KT Ed consults for you. So for your English language, for this innovator thing, you'd have to contact KT Educational Consult to get that out of the way for you. After 3 years on this visa, you can apply for indefinite leave to remain or settlement as long as you meet the eligibility criteria. That's good news for everybody. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we're going to say thank you to BWF Solicitors once again. Then we'll come back to our main discussion. And it's a question that demands an answer. Home Office has sent you a letter that your visa will be cancelled. What do you do? The answer is next after this.
This is our world. Here we are in our community. There are the laws. There are the regulations. We have BWF Solicitors. BWF Solicitors, experts in all aspects of the law, family law, civil litigation, all immigration and nationality issues, representation in court, marriage and divorce. We pride ourselves to give you excellent legal services and follow through till we get you the right result and decisions. That is our mutual satisfaction. We have a team of excellent qualified solicitors and support team to help you every step of the way. Our senior partner, with over 30 years of unbroken service to the community, is a member of the Family Law Panel and has advised several lawyers and institutions in many legal matters. He is qualified to practice both in the UK and in Ghana. Come to us. Speak to us. Let us represent you. We are your trusted community partners when it comes to the law. Locate us on the 4th floor of the Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road at Seven Sisters in North London, N15 4NP. Nearest train station, Victoria Line to Seven Sisters Station, exit number 2. We are open for all consultations from Monday to Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Weekends by appointment only. Call us now on 0208 493 7340 or 077 127 61884. BWF Solicitors, your trusted legal partner.
The community and the law is live on BWTV, BW Radio, BWF Solicitors on Facebook, BW Solicitors on YouTube, and all these social media platforms. Margaret Adumensa, thank you very much. Sandra Fraser, thanks for your usual support and providing information. Home Office has sent you a letter that your visa will be cancelled. What do you do? Why would the Home Office cancel your visa? Now, I have an example of such a visa. So let me just bring it up and it might resonate with you. Let's get to the very first one that has the Home Office address. We'll get to that. And it will start with an explanation or with a notification, so to speak, as to what's going to happen to you. Now, let me pick that one up here and read it out for you. Now, it says that, okay, let's start with this. Yes, thank you very much for that. It says Home Office letterhead and is giving you the details, the address, and everything. But for purposes of GDPR, we have deducted the fine details. Your permission to enter as a student has been cancelled, so that it now ends on 5th of May 2023. What this means for you: you still have permission until the 5th of May 2023, and the current conditions of your stay will continue to apply until then. Please ensure that you comply with these conditions. You now have until May 5, 2023 to either leave the UK or make another application to stay here. You do not have a right of appeal or administrative review against the decision to cancel your permission to enter. If you have or already or are already outside the common travel areas, let me read it this way. If you have or are already outside the common travel area, that is the UK, the Channel Islands, the Isle of Man, and the Republic of Ireland before May 5, 2023, your permission will end immediately and you will have to make a new application to re-enter the UK. If you think an error has been made in this decision, you can make an error correction request by following the process set out in this guidance. Now, Lawyer Charles Osma, what is this?
Right. So um, we see that the Home Office will continue to assess people's applications and take steps whenever there are emerging changes. Let's say change in circumstance of your leave.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this conversation is peculiar to students, but
Right.
it can also affect those who are in the UK on the skilled worker program. Now, there are two things we have to look at. The first part is cancellation based on the fact that they have found falsehood with your original application, and also cancellation based on the fact that your sponsor has notified them that your visa is no longer useful.
Okay.
So cancellation based on falsehood does not come with opportunity to make corrections or opportunity to find some to find a way out. But the one that the sponsor has notified the Home Office that the visa is no longer useful, quote unquote, and I'll explain what I mean by no longer useful. The Home Office will have a duty to put you on notice and to give you a chance to change the status if possible or if you can. So you are not going to be put on the spot that your visa is cancelled, but you'll be told that this is what is going to happen because
Okay.
this has happened. So let's draw the line between those who arrive at the airport and they are interviewed and they have their visas cancelled or revoked. Those are the ones that will fall under provisions such as Appendix EU, paragraph A3, and also other provisions under paragraph part 9 of the immigration rules. We are looking at here where you are in the UK, your sponsor has informed the Home Office that they are no longer the sponsors or the sponsor, and therefore the visa cannot be used because the purpose of the visa is no longer has changed. If it has changed, Home Office will give you chance to migrate your current visa to something else. So that's the starting point.
Okay. So, you mentioned something like falsehood. What will constitute falsehood? That you are not a student, that you're not enrolled in a particular institution. What will constitute the falsehood?
So what I said um, was that there are two aspects of cancellations or reasons for
Hmm.
cancellation of the leave.
Right.
One, you have arrived at the airport or you have even entered and they have later realized that the visa was issued wrongly because the information you presented, if they had taken they've been careful, or they've taken care to assess that, they would not have issued the visa to you. It could be that the information you provided were not valid, could be any reason, but the law allows for cancellation of leave if it is found out that the original information provided were wrong. That one, you will not be given opportunity to switch or to apply for a new visa. We are looking at where you have entered and your sponsor is saying they cannot be the sponsor anymore, or the sponsor is saying that the purpose for which you've entered, you are not living up to that.
Okay.
And the sponsor has informed the issuing authority of the visa, i.e., the Home Office, that they are no longer the sponsors or you are not living up to the purpose of your visa. Home Office will inform you that that is the message they have received from your sponsors. And
Okay.
so it is not for you to explain yourself. It is for you to be aware. And if you can switch, you switch because they are going to terminate it. So they'll give you time to prepare yourself. And you can see that the exemplar we have, you shared with us, you can see that the person was given about 3 months,
Hmm.
March, April, May. So about 3 months to prepare to change it. And if by 3 months you haven't, then it would have been cancelled. And that is where we want to draw attention of viewers and listeners too, so that when you receive something like this, you know that something has happened with your sponsor. Then you quickly take steps to remedy that if you want to remain legally in the UK.
So you quickly take steps. What will be the most likely thing that anybody has to do? What steps do we have to take? What do we do?
Thank you. So this person, for example, might have come to the UK, or the example we have came as a student. For whatever reason, um, could not pursue the course, and the the sponsor has notified the Home Office. It might be that the person has decided to work. If it's the case, this person can find a sponsor, employer sponsor, so that he or she will switch to that employer sponsor status.
Okay. No. So let's look at a scenario like this. I have been enrolled on a 3-year program with a university. Then I decide to take a gap, and within that period, expected to pay my fees and continue with every condition that there is about it. I'm not able to do that, and the university thinks that this person may not be able to do that, and they inform the Home Office. Within that gap here, um, do I come under this criteria?
Right. It's not about whether you are in a gap. Of course, if it's a gap year, then you should have already discussed that with the university. But mind you, for a foreign
Mhm.
student, your first reason for coming to the UK is to study. And you
Right,
would have thought through this and prepared yourself and met the tuition fee and maintenance fee expectations. Yes, things do happen. So you've arrived, and whatever reason, things have happened or your circumstances have changed. So you
right.
have to inform the university. The investor will then take steps to look at how best to mitigate your situation for you.
Okay,
If it's a case of giving you chance to reapply or chance to defer, whatever it is, at least you have your place. But where the employer or the university is not aware of your motive, the
right.
change, the changing circumstance, they will only conclude that you do not intend to pursue the course.
Okay.
For example, somebody has arrived in the UK to study, and they have not even bothered to pick their card from the university, their BRP from the university.
Right.
The university will conclude that they are no longer interested. So those are the
They would notify the Home Office for the necessary steps to be taken, isn't it?
the taking. So imagine your card has been with them for 6 months, and they know that you should have arrived at this time, and they haven't heard from you. They can only conclude that you didn't arrive.
Okay.
So some of the universities will take proactive steps to inform the Home Office that, and mind you, they also have a duty to ensure that the student is complying in terms of attendance
Hmm.
and all that. So to meet that expectation, they will inform the Home Office that this person, one, did not arrive, or this person did not pursue the course because they are not attending.
Okay. Now let me take it. Let me take it off the student route and the care worker route, for instance, or the specialist or occupation list that people come on. I've come in and I am not too pleased with the working conditions. So then I decide to look elsewhere. And my sponsor decides to mention to the Home Office that this person is no longer being supported by our organization. In that situation, when you receive a notice like that, do you do the same thing as a student would do?
Yes, you'll be given time to switch or to change. As long as you do it within those time period, or if it's 3 months, usually 3 months, as long as you do that, it's fine. You can switch because your visa is still valid within that period.
Mm-hmm.
After that, you go online to check the status and you realize that it's been cancelled. So it's important that you act within the time.
Okay.
If for whatever reason you say, oh, I forgot, or I didn't receive it, or whatever it is, or I saw it after it had expired, well, that is nobody's business. So if it's a case of, if you know you didn't go, or you didn't, something has changed, you quickly have to be checking your emails or checking your post to see if
Mm-hmm.
something will come through, because you know what is going to happen. And
Okay.
if you know that, you can even go ahead to take steps to change your status or to switch before the letter even comes, because you know it's going to happen. Because the employer will tell them or the university will tell them.
Okay. So the notice period that's giving you the average of a 3 month period. Within that period, you are still legal in the UK, and you can look for employment that nobody can question.
It depends on what you have and the conditions.
Hmm.
If you're a student, for example, you have your BRP card,
Hmm.
no employer will give you full-time job knowing that you can only work 20 hours a week.
Okay.
And mind you, you are not going to tell them that you didn't go to school. So they will accept you knowing that you are a student.
Okay.
If they know you are a student and your card has a condition of three of 20 hours a week, then
Hmm.
they know
You
that you
can
have.
give
The
a call on that.
question is, are you on holiday? Has to work more than 20 hours, or your time is in session. If you are in session or term time, then they know you can only work 20 hours. So you won't get full time. Of course, you get a contract. So they can hire you, but how many hours you can do is subject to your condition of leave. Now, if you are already a sponsored worker, let's say skilled worker or what have you, and
Yeah.
for whatever reason your employer has informed the home office and the home office has notified you that there has been a change and they
Hmm.
want you to take steps, within that time you go to look for work. Remember, if you are sponsored, no employer will take the responsibility to employ you. They can only offer you a job. Of course, they will offer you a job, a top up hours.
Okay.
You are already sponsored, so they cannot take over from you, from that employer.
No,
But
now let's look at this scenario with the skilled worker route. I have the sponsor go to the home office to say that we no longer support this person, and they write to give you notice that you have 3 months to remedy your situation. In that time, can I look for somebody with a sponsorship license to cover me? Is it allowed?
that is allowed. Exactly that. That's what the home office is asking you to do. That find another employer.
Okay.
So once the employer sees that you are switching, of course they will ask you questions, but you just have to be upfront with them and let them know that for whatever reason the employment cannot continue and you have the right to switch. This is your home office letter requiring you to switch. And if they are willing to employ you, they will offer you the sponsorship certificate so that you switch from the old employer to the new employer.
Okay. Now, as a student, am I allowed to um, switch from one school or university, so to speak, to another within my visa period?
So student bits are a little different because you then need certificate of admission to study, which is equivalent of COS. You have to then make student visa application. That is where the catch is.
Hmm.
Student visa application, depending on the circumstance, you have to go to your home country to apply from there. And you can see that this will be similar to the one you came with, where you were given the admission and you applied for the visa to enter. So if you are going to get another admission, then you have to apply for another visa to enter to study with that new university. It means you have to go to your home country and apply from there. That's the standard position.
Okay. So I think last week, those of you who would remember, lawyer mentioned that there is the possibility to have a 2-year extension to your visa when you have completed your education. Now, when I have finished my education, I'm doing my research work, my field work, and I have gone through the 3 month extension or whatever extra that's giving me, and I have not applied for the 2-year extension. Would they ask me to go home?
So we have to remember that the 2-year post-study program or the graduate route program is different from finishing your course and you doing your final dissertation or research work to finish your course completely. So you've done the academic work, you are finishing the project work. Finishing the project work, let's assume that it has prolonged. You were expected to finish within maybe 3 months. It's taking more than that for whatever reason. In this case, you will need an extension. So the university can help you to get the extension to be able to complete the course without having to travel to your country, get a visa, and to come back. Those are the exceptions.
Okay. So, folks, if you just joined us, we're having a discussion and we are looking at the question, what do I do if the Home Office sends you a letter to say that your stay has been cancelled, and lawyers are telling us what to do? We have an example where one person has been giving a 3 month notice to rectify their situation and also to make sure that things are working well for him so that his stay is not curtailed. And Laura is telling us and giving us what to do and the rest of it. Is this application, Laura, is it a straightforward thing, or finding something to do? Is it a straightforward thing? Is there a specific application you would have to put in?
Right.
No, I'm asking. I know you're laughing. I'm asking you because somebody would sit somewhere and say, "Okay, well, Home Office says I should find something to do. Do I just get up and go and do anything at all, or is a specialist area that you would need a specialist kind of support?"
Obviously, when it comes to anything to do with leave applications, it's special area because you have to look at the law in that particular application area to apply.
Hmm.
That's why people are trained to do that. However, people are also empowered to do that because the essence of this platform is to empower people.
Right.
And therefore, if people have been diligent enough to empower themselves through this medium, then they can use that empowerment to advance their individual course.
Mm.
The point is this: they will tell you you have to find a way or take steps to regularize your stay if you want to continue. However, the original route is gone. You cannot continue with that. Within after 3 months, you cannot use what you were given.
Hmm.
So somebody might switch to another employer. Somebody might get in another university, go back to their country and apply again to come in. Somebody, if they have been longer enough and during that period they have a child, they can also apply to, so now they can migrate from where they were to Appendix FM, parent, or even partner provision. So those are individual cases. What you have to do depend on what is available to you. If
Hmm.
job is available to you and you can or you have found employer, then so be it. The new employer becomes your new sponsor. If you have found another university cheaper than the one you were on, which you couldn't afford to pay, for which you couldn't continue the education, then the only thing is that the new university will not have the power to help you to apply for your visa in country, because that is student visa. So you can see that if you are switching, you switch from one visa area to another visa area. You cannot switch from the same visa area or within the same visa area. But what we are saying is that in terms of if you are with a skilled worker, because the government is aware that people are needed to be able to support the program, If you are in country and you have opportunity to work for another employer, you can easily switch. That opportunity is not available to students. There are instances where, depending on the university and whether the progression route allows for that, you may be able to do that. But it's not all the programs that you have to stay in country and apply again for student visa. You have to go back and apply.
Lawyer, if a student, for instance, before this period expires, finds a partner, or that's in a situation where uh, he or she has a child, would that be enough for a consideration by the Home Office?
So the person is switching from student status to family status. Yes, the law allows for that because you make application whilst the visa is still valid. But even when it comes to partner and parent provisions, even if your visa has expired, it can still apply anyway in the interest of the family um, um, family life, which your child or family life with your partner. Partner can be a bit contentious, but with the child, it's often easier.
So if the 3 months, for instance, if the 3 months expires by a day, would it be too late?
Has it expired?
By a day?
Has it expired?
Lawyer, by a day.
It's expired. So you'll be given a deadline, and the deadline will
Mhm.
always end 11:59 p.m. of that day.
On that day. But there may be some circumstance. For instance, processes may not have gone through. Would you be able to justify your situation by saying that the process has started, it had not completed?
They give you time, and they expect that within 90 days you would have done whatever you want to do.
So if you decide to leave the country within the 90 days, would it be difficult for you to come back in?
No. Every visa is taken on its own merit or assessed on its own merit. So if you came in and for whatever reason you couldn't study or couldn't continue the purpose and you went back, as long as you did not commit any crime, you went back, you haven't breached any immigration rule, and you go back and you are reapplying, you can reapply and be assessed on the new application's circumstance and you come in.
All right. Well, folks, if you just joined us, we are trotting on and having a very lively discussion with lawyer Charles Asma from BWF Solicitors. BWF Solicitors are trusted legal partners in the community here in the UK. They represent us in so many ways, and they also provide us with enough information and resources to empower us to be able to stand on our 2 feet. What do you do when Home Office tells you that they are going to cancel your visa and they've given you a 90-day period to find something else to do? And that's what a lawyer is helping us to discuss. BWF, thank you very much. People call them on 0208 493 7340 or 077 127 61884. Let me also remind you that on the 28th of May 2023, we're having Emmanuel Praise, a very lovely gospel musical concert featuring Minister OJ, Diana Hamilton, and Dr. Alexa Champon, and raising funds to buy hospital equipment for a hospital back in Ghana. So get your tickets, £50 VIP, £40 for double, £25 single, and £15 for children. You can get your tickets from alexachampon.com or call 07447 417321. It's happening live. 6 p.m. show starts at the Pavilion, 1432145 Oxford Road, Reading, RG1 7UY. So take note of that. If you want to pass your IELTS exams and pass it very well, practice with KT Educational Consult, and they will help you do that. And if you want a very good property in Ghana, it's the Valley of Hope. That is the Soya Nano and Co. So we're taking these messages, and when we come back, we'll get into the discussion. If you have any comment, if you have any question, put it in the chat, either on Facebook, YouTube, and we'll pick them up when we come back. It's the community and the law.
Welcome to City of Favor Estates, developed by Sarenano and Sons Company Limited, located in Tema Comedy 25 extension off the Tema Aplau Road. City of Favor Estate offers 2, 3, and 4 ensuite bedrooms on 118, 138, and 178 to 190 square meter lands, respectively, to give you the needed space. Our gated estate homes are designed with you in mind and have all the necessary amenities located in a serene environment with security. You too can be a homeowner at a price that suits your budget with flexible payment terms. Choose City of Favor Estate for peace, comfort, and safety. Reach us on 0542 563 250 or 0243 235 518.
Alex Champong Ministries presents Emmanuel Praise on Sunday, 28th of May 2023 at the Pavilion, 143 to 145 Oxford Road, Reading, RG1 7UY. Hosted by Alex Champong. Guest artist, Minister OJ and Diana Hamilton. Doors open at 5. Tickets are £25 single, £40 double, £50 VIP, which includes a VIP seat, parking space, meet and greet with the artist, pictures with the artist, VIP snacks and drinks, and the £15 concession rate for children from 4 to 16. Get yours on alexichampong.com or call +44 744 741 7321. Emmanuel Praise with Alex Champong, Minister OJ, and Diana Hamilton. Come praise the Lord with us.
Okay, welcome back. Thank you very much for having patience with us. We just spent an hour with you and we have another hour to go, and I'm happy that you are here. Now, listen, now pick up the link, subscribe to it, and share it in your network so that people will really, really enjoy what it is that we have. We getting ourselves into a pool of knowledge, and Lawyer Charles Asma, so very graceful, and he's helping us. We say thank you to BWF Solicitors for your kind support and sponsorship. We're live on BW TV, BW Radio, live on BWF Solicitors Facebook, YouTube, and all the other social media platforms. Covenant Grace, thank you very much. Becky Amwako, thank you. Margaret Adu Mensa, yes, you listed all the names that I need to mention. Thank you very much. Ramanana Sewa, Nanajimai, Upsound Acrobi. You give me your credentials. That's very interesting. Now, Lawyer, there are some questions here on the platform that I would want to bring you. But ladies and gentlemen, let me also once again introduce our guests and resource person, Lawyer Charles Asma of BWF Solicitors. Covenant Grace starts off with, it doesn't necessarily concern what we are discussing, but it's allowed as tradition demands. So those of you who have questions and issues, you can text it to 07950422780 or put it on the platform in the chat and we'll pick the one up. Yes, the first one from Covenant Grace. Please, how can a single mother on a 10-year route to settlement based on a British child renew her child's passport when it expires? The mother has no contact or lost touch with a child's British father for many years. How can she renew the child's passport?
Right. So this is passport application.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to note that the first passport was issued and it's about to expire.
Okay.
So they just have to apply online, following the process, and when certain things are asked for, they provide those things. If they are not confident or sure, they can seek the support of a lawyer.
Okay. Well, same person comes in with a second question. Is it possible to that the leave and family life, that's 2.5 years indefinite leave to remain or whatever, be cancelled without notice in current immigration rules?
If you have been granted leave to remain, remember we've said time and time and again that once you are granted leave, if it turns out later on that it was obtained by falsehood, the
Mm-hmm.
law allows for it to be cancelled.
Mm-hmm.
However, if the person has been granted 2.5 and all indications are that it was applied and everything ticked off, suitability wasn't an issue and decision was made, then I don't think they will. Even if they feel that something is untoward, they will come back to ask for clarification. So what we are discussing will not apply to somebody who came into the UK with 2.5, who is in the UK and has applied as a parent or partner and has been granted 2.5, either under the long route, the 10 year route or the 5 year route. It doesn't really matter. So those people should not worry.
Okay. Now, lawyer, in the exhibit, you're a lawyer, so let me use that technical term. In the exhibit we use that sample of letter from the Home Office. Now, the paragraph number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 says, if you think an error has been made in this decision, you can make an error correction request by following the process set out in this guidance. Error correction request. What is that? How do we go about it?
Right. You see, Bravo, that tells you that every human being is able to make an error. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter.
Yeah.
Those working at the home
Even
office,
even the Home Office.
they can also make mistakes. So they will tell you that in case they have made a mistake, or in
Right.
case this is a mistake, please let us know by following the instruction. How can a mistake arise in this instance? This
Right.
is somebody who has been written to, and the advice to him or her is that your university has told us that you are no longer attending. Is it possible that there could be a mistaken identity? Yes, it's possible.
Hmm.
So if it's a mistaken identity, then this person has been picked up on wrongly. In this case, the person will write to say that, well, I don't think you are dealing with the right person. I'm still a student. As a matter of fact, I even attended last week, and everything shows that I'm still attending. So I think this
Hmm.
is wrong person. So you can do that. You follow the link and explain to them by doing it online. But
Okay.
if you know there's no mistake, there's no way you go back to them to say that there has been error. So they are
Okay.
very,
So
very
then, in that
rigorous
in that situation, then you have to find something to do to remedy it, isn't it?
to remedy it. Another example, let's
Hmm.
assume, so that does not apply to someone who came as a student has been notified that leave is to be cancelled. Now let's take it that somebody applied for 2.5 year leave to remain under 5 year route, and the person was granted under the 10 year route. That's a mistake.
Hmm.
In this case, the person will have to notify the Home Office that there is a mistake because it should have been this and not that.
Okay.
So that's what we mean by error in this
Right.
case.
Okay. So, folks, if you would want to send in a question, you can put that in the chat or send a text to 07950422780. Fortunately, our phone lines are not active on this occasion as well. 07399208468 or send a WhatsApp to 0795042278. It will come on the same platform and you will pick that one up. Upsounder Krobi says, please, as on skilled worker visa, one has the right to study as well. Therefore, would I be paying fees as international or home student?
So, question is, can I study if I'm in the UK as a skilled worker migrant?
Mm-hmm.
You are here to work, first off. So you have to check whether your working commitment will allow you to study as well, because you cannot choose studies over your core reason of being in the UK. That's the first point to note.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are in the UK and working and they can do extra hours, 20 hours. The number is there. So if instead of your extra time working, you can choose to go to school or study. That should not conflict with your contractual time with the sponsoring employer.
Right.
However, you are not here to study. And even if you were here to study, you'll be a foreign student.
Okay.
So if you decide to do any course as part during your free time, you should be able to pay for it. You don't qualify for student loan or anything of that matter or sort.
Okay. 0795042278 your text, or 07399208468 your text as well. Lawyer, I got to the airport and they said to me that my visa is not valid. Would it have been a tip by my employer or potential employer that has stopped me, or something else would have happened at the airport?
Right. So what is this, that whatever happens or whatever information you provide at the embassy
Mm-hmm.
is available everywhere within the immigration system of the country you are visiting.
Okay.
So if it is UK and you give the information at the embassy in Accra or wherever country, once you get to the airport, Heathrow, Gatwick, or wherever, the system will be available to the immigration officer that will attend to you, because it's available online. The form you submitted, they can see. The information you provided, they can see. If you were interviewed, the interview answers will be available. Then they will test that information by questioning you. So the officer may ask you, right, you are here to see as a partner. They can ask you
Mm-hmm.
information about the partner you are visiting or you are joining.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have already provided the information, if what you are telling them contradict what you have already given at the embassy before the visa was issued, then they will pick up that no, there's something wrong here.
Okay.
Sometimes they can even say no problem, let's call the partner to find out. Or they can even ask you, are they aware that you are coming? If you
Mm-hmm.
say yes, they may ask you, are they picking you up at the airport, meeting you at the airport? If you say yes, they may say, okay, let's call them to find out whether they are here already. If you say no, they may ask, but where would they be? Maybe at work. Let's call to find out if they are at work. So
Okay.
once they call, the person has no idea of who this person is. Then, of course, that will trigger contradiction on the application form.
Okay.
Or whatever you said that you are coming to do. If it's you say you are coming to study with
Mm-hmm.
University A. You
Yeah.
go to the airport, they check with the university, and the university says that, right, yes, you are meant to be coming, or you don't know you, or for whatever reason. So depending on the visa you applied and the information you provided and the answers you provide at the airport, if there's contradiction, they will pick up on that. It doesn't mean that somebody has given a tip-off. It means that you have not been able to sell yourself enough at the
Okay.
point of, I would say that there's point of marketing and point of purchase. So the point of purchase is where you arrive and they are asking to see whether they can allow you to enter or not. Point of marketing is where you apply and you say whatever you say and you give whatever you give so that they give you the visa. You market yourself well, but the point of purchase is the immigration officer that will purchase whatever you have given. And if you're not able to confirm that what you gave at the marketing stage is the case, they will see that, hang on, there are pieces of information here. Then the visa may be cancelled. You'll be detained. You have to go through bail. Then they may serve you notice of deportation. You have to go to court and all that. So we just have to be careful that you are consistent throughout.
Okay. All right. Now another question is this. I'm looking at the situation where you've been giving the 90-day period to find your level, and you have found your level. The application has gone to the Home Office, and the 90-day passes before they bring you the feedback or the decision. In that situation, would you still be considered as having missed the deadline?
So the deadline was for you to apply to something else
Okay.
before the time runs out.
Okay.
The question is, have you done that before the time ran out? If
Mhm.
yes, it doesn't matter how long it will take for the decision to come from the Home Office. You did it before the time ran out.
Now, the time you did it before the time ran out, they haven't given you a decision yet. In that time, say for instance, um, another 90 days after you've put in the application, and you still don't have any decision made on in your favor, um, would you be eligible to work?
So let's take this simple example where you are switching to a new employer.
Hmm.
The new employer has given you the sponsorship certificate and you used it to apply before the time ran out.
Yeah.
You are supposed to be issued the visa so that you can work for the new employer.
Hmm.
So if the visa is not issued and you are working under the old employer because whatever visa you may have will be the old one. Even
Okay.
though it's now expired or it's been cancelled, so it's technically expired, but you applied to switch before. You cannot say that because I applied to switch before, my new employer has the right that the old employer had, and therefore I will continue. No. You cannot be working legitimately. So what I would say is that if you are going to then apply, do priority application so
And
that you
that
can have the decision within a week of
okay.
doing your biometric, so that you have it in time to start working for the new employer.
Right. Um, let's look at the scenario. It can so happen to anybody. I came in under a skilled migrant route. I've been given 3 years. Something has happened, and I've been giving the 90-day notification to find something else. I have my children in school because I came in with them, and obviously they are schooling. I have my children in school. What happens to them?
Children are required to be in school regardless of their status,
Mhm.
as long as they are of school going age. So
Right.
if you look at the school going age program, um, by year 11 that you are finishing your GCSE, if you add 4 or 5, depending on whether you are early born or late born, if you add 4, you'll be 15 years by the time you are finishing your GCSE. If you are
Mhm.
late born and we add 5, you'll be 16. So by 16, latest 17, the person should have completed school. So if the child is of a school going age, they have to continue. But if the child is completed and they are doing their sixth form,
Mhm.
but they are not 18 years yet, they are doing their sixth form, then the question would be, do they have the right to be doing the course at the sixth form level?
Mhm.
Then the college will require to see their status, because it's not compulsory for them to be doing the college program. School program is compulsory.
Yeah. So, in this situation, the children have the right to go to school. They are expected to be in school, but parents are expected to leave the country. What do we do?
If the parents for whatever reason cannot regularize and they are leaving the country, they live with their children. Because they can't leave the children behind.
They have the right to be in school, and they have started school here.
They have the right to
Reasonable
be
expectation, lawyer.
they have the right to be in school because of where they found themselves.
Hmm.
And the system in place at that place requires every child, regardless of their background or, or situation, to be in school. There are
Okay.
other countries where it doesn't matter who you are, you have to pay to be in school. Then in this case, children wouldn't have been in school. So what they are saying is the same argument where the parent will say that you can't force me to go because my child is British or settled or even has two and a half.
Okay.
Then you rely on the child to make a case to remain, to be able to take care of the child. Why can't you go with the child? Because the child cannot be forced out because they have a reason not to go. The reason is not because they are in school. The reason is that they have leave to remain or they are British.
Okay.
But if the reason is any discretionary support the host country is giving, then you cannot rely on that to punish the host country or challenge the host country. So host country is saying that be in school because you are a child. And because your mother is here or your parents are here, you have to be in school. For whatever reason, your parents' leave is expired. Technically, your parents will be dealt with. But as long as the parents are being dealt with, you continue your education up to GCSE level. And that's why we are saying that even after GCSE level, we have to ask you, what do you have to be able to continue? So if you don't have anything at that point, even if your parents are still here, you cannot be in school because you don't have any leave. But if your parents decide for whatever reason, and the reason could be they are being forced out or they have voluntarily opted, if for whatever reason they are moving out, they are going back to their country, then they go with their children because they cannot leave their children behind.
Yeah. Okay. 0739920848. Send your text. WhatsApp 0795042278. Home Office has sent you a letter that your visa will be cancelled. What do you do? That's what lawyer Charles Asma, resource person, and from our sponsor, BWF Solicitors, is helping us to unravel. Your questions, your concerns are welcome now. We moving on with what we have. My question is, my girlfriend already in the UK with a student's visa for a year, which will expire next year, March. Can I make her my dependent on my 2-year student visa, which starts in September?
So, girlfriend in the UK with a student visa,
Mhm.
this will expire next year. Can I
March.
make my dependent? Yeah, my dependent on my
2-year
3 years
student's visa.
visa.
So,
So what is this person? Is this person in the UK or outside?
no, I think they are both in the UK. He has a student visa which is starting in September this year. The girlfriend has one that will end in March. So he's asking that the one that ends in March, can it go under the one that starts in September?
He wants to switch to be a partner of a student.
Yes.
Where will he apply from?
Um, well, I don't know, but I'm assuming that he's applied from outside, he's been granted a visa, and he will be starting in September.
He was granted a visa as a student.
Yes. And the
Now he
girlfriend is
decides,
a student here whose visa will expire March.
I
So six
understand.
months or so after he has started, the girlfriend's will expire.
He wants
So
to
can
switch.
the girlfriend come under him as a dependent of a student?
So okay, so the girlfriend rather coming under him. It doesn't really matter. Either way, student dependent.
Mhm.
Student dependent, the question is where do you apply to join your partner from?
Okay.
Starting point. Your partner is studying in the UK. Can I apply in the UK as a dependent of a student in the UK? Or I
Mm-hmm.
have to go to my country and apply to join my student dependent?
Okay.
And that is the point I was trying to put across. So we have to draw the line between those who can and those who cannot.
Those who cannot.
If this person is switching from student to something else, then
Mm-hmm.
because their student visa has not expired, they can switch around. But this
Okay.
person wants to apply for leave as dependent of a student. Should they do it here or they have to go and do it from abroad? The default position is that you apply for entry clearance as a
Okay.
student dependent to join the student who is in the UK and has leave.
Okay. Now, sorry. The other question that's just crossed my mind, lawyer, is this: a student who's completed his graduate course or postgraduate course, whatever, and is applied for that 2 year thing. Within that period, can his or her dependents, say spouse and children, join him there under that visa criteria, the visa category, so to speak?
So we have to understand the purpose of that program.
Mm-hmm.
It is purely work experience for that person.
Mm-hmm.
It is not for the person to settle in the UK to the effect that the family members will join him or
Mm-hmm.
her.
Okay.
Therefore, you are here, grace period of 2 years, and you go back. And even you cannot use it as a springboard for to settlement. It doesn't allow you to do that. So
Okay.
if you have no reason to even use it for your own self, how much more your dependent? So your dependent cannot come in as dependent of somebody on the graduate route or route.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So if they want to come in, then they have to come before the person's student visa expired.
Okay. So then, if they were his or her dependents before the student visa expired, and he has extended it for the 2 year period, then they can still remain with him or her in the UK.
So that is where we tend to test the law,
Right.
because the law says that the graduate scheme program is for the individual to gain work experience. What if I'm already here with my family members because they joined me before my student visa ran out? And
Right.
because of work experience, I want to stay on. Would the law allow them to stay on, or the law will abandon them? And that is where you have to test the law. Because the provision is that you cannot use it to settle. So, but can I use it to cover my family members? It's silent.
Would you dare test?
But we always test the law because the law ought to be tested to see how the core intention is. Because sometimes the core intention is not obvious until it's been tested. For example, we tested Zambrano case, Zambrano consideration, where the Home Office said that if somebody was taking care of, was a primary carer to a British child, they cannot
Mhm.
migrate to the EU settlement scheme because
Yeah.
it's different. Akin Senya was bold to test the law in court. And now the court said that, well, if you're on Zambrano, then you go with every right and the EUSS. So they have to be considered on that basis. And then Home Office came in with guidance that, okay, we accept what the court is saying. However, if the person was already on a 2.5 year leave and they are able to live and take care of their children, then they cannot take the shortcut of getting indefinite leave to remain. But that is a guidance. The law is that Zambrano, Akinsenya, and the withdrawal agreement, UUSS. Guidance from the Home Office to say that no, if you have 2.5, remain on the 2.5 because you still have time and leave and no restriction, so to speak, to take care of your child for that period. So why do you want to take a shortcut to your benefit? That is
Mhm.
what they are saying. But the law is this. The court says Akinsenya is a valid law. So these are instances where we test the law to see, okay, what do I do? They are saying this, the law is saying this. Let me push and see what the law is actually going to conclude on.
Okay. Text 0795042278. Text 0739920848. And you can send your WhatsApp at 0795042278. Now, please, as a child who holds a Ghanaian passport with pre-settled status and her mother holding Ghanaian passport with pre-settled or settled status, all derived from maternal grandparents, a qualifying child under Appendix FM.
So we are looking at the child or the grandchild. So the
Yeah.
grandchild is a qualifying child and appendix FM because they hold pre-settled status derived
Mhm.
from the withdrawal agreement.
Right. Um, Sorry. We have had that technical bit again. Hopefully, yeah. Lawyer's back on. I think we lost the answer. So if you could take it again for us, please.
So the answer was that the child, we are looking at the child, not
Mhm.
even the mother. The child has pre-settled status 5 years, derived from the grandparent.
Mhm.
And because the child has pre-settled status, the child is a qualifying child because they have status derived from the withdrawal agreement.
Okay. All right. Yes. We can pick up the next one, which says that. Um, Can we have the next question that was up again? Covenant Green, if a child is born to a refugee man and non-refugee woman overstay, how can the mother regularize her stay? A child is born to a refugee man and a non-refugee woman, even though she has overstayed. How can the mother regularize her stay?
So we have to look at the status of the child. A refugee man might have been given refugee concession
Mm-hmm.
and therefore may have leave to remain. Whether the person has gone through the process to become settled or is in the process of becoming settled. Either way,
Mm-hmm.
if the father helps the child to regularize, then we look at then the mother regularizing through the child. Whether the child will be having indefinite leave to remain or will have 2.5 or will have whatever. We just want to see the status of the child. The question as it stands is general. We will need some fact regarding the child, regarding the father. Then we can conclude where the mother will stand to regularize.
Okay. Uh, we have a few more minutes to go. Let me quickly take this one from Ben. Ben says, "Can I make an application to bring my partner with pre-settlement status under 2 years?"
So application to bring my partner. All right.
With pre-settlement status under two
Okay.
years.
Okay. So let's look at, is it Ben? Ben, we have to know what Ben has because Ben wants to bring a partner. Is that the case?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to know what Ben has. Is Ben in the UK as a EU national and has either pre-settled or settled status? Then Ben becomes a relevant person under the withdrawal agreement.
Okay.
If Ben is a relevant person, Ben can apply to bring the partner to the UK to join them, or children to join them in the UK, or parents to join them in the UK. But if Ben is in the UK, not as a EU national, but a foreign national, but has settled status of a sort, then Ben will apply for the partner to join him in the UK under Appendix FM, not Appendix UU.
Okay. Lawyer, if somebody holds a Netherlands passport and decided to switch and live in the UK under the EU settlement scheme. If the person decides to change his or her mind and go back to live in the Netherlands, would the Netherlands passport have expired or become irrelevant once they applied for the EUSS?
So the UUSS is it's a right to remain in the UK post Brexit.
Mhm. It doesn't change your nationality, does it?
But you are not changing your nationality. You are changing your right to live in the UK. Actually, you are regularizing your right to live in the UK.
Okay.
So if you're already living in the UK before Brexit, you regularize. If in the course of Brexit discussions you come in, then you have decided to join those who are already living in
Mhm.
before the date is shut. This person is living in the UK, has decided to continue to live in the UK, but they are not British nationals. The person is a Dutch national.
Okay, so whether you exercise the EU treaty right or not, and after Brexit, it doesn't change your nationality.
So the Brexit arrangement is for EU nationals and their family members.
Okay.
So that is why they are given letter of status, either pre-settled or settled status without a card, for they are not given cards.
Okay.
They don't get BRC. The BRC is given their family members, not themselves, because they
Not
are nationals of their respective
of their
EU.
respective countries. Okay.
So they are given the paper which allows them to remain in the UK as if nothing has happened. And that is either pre-settled or settled.
All settled. Okay. All right. Um, we will be going to our quiz segment. So
Very quickly,
at this point,
when
yes.
you speak, let me add this. So let me add that question posed by our viewer or listener. Let's stretch it a little bit
Hmm.
and ask, what if I am in the UK as a Dutch national and I have become British?
Hmm.
Does that change my Dutch nationality?
Yeah.
It depends on the arrangement between Netherlands and Britain. If the arrangement allows for dual nationality, then you keep both.
Okay.
If it doesn't allow for dual nationality, then you've got to give up one, and it's a matter of choice for that individual.
Okay. So in that situation, let's say we use the Dutch example, but we could use another country, say a German national who, um, let's say a Ghanaian who has acquired a a German passport. So the person is a German national. Okay. Under the withdrawal arrangement, the person decided to regularize the stay in the UK. Okay. But has not denounced the nationality in Germany. What will happen to such a person? Can the person maintain the German nationality even though resident in the UK?
There are two things here.
Mhm.
Residence is different from nationality.
Right,
A lot of people are resident in the UK, but they are not UK nationals.
right.
And a lot of people have become UK nationals and continue to be resident in the UK.
Okay,
So we have to draw the line.
right.
Let's at our scenario person or subject is a German national. Forget about being originally from Ghana. The person is a German national. The person, let's say, is also a Ghanaian national because they have not, they still hold
Denounce their
that.
Ghanaian nationality.
Then the person has acquired British citizenship by naturalization and they have become British nationals. We want to understand. I know that there is agreement between Ghana and Britain where Ghanaians can hold dual
Dual
nationality,
nationality.
even
Mhm.
triple nationality, because the Ghanaian constitution allows for that. But we want to know what the German constitution also say about nationals of Germany. I haven't studied the German constitution, so I'm not going to comment on that. But I want to believe that if it allows for that, the person can maintain their nationalities from other countries or in other countries. But if it doesn't allow for that, then they cannot keep the German nationality, British nationality, and another nationality.
But they can maintain their German nationality and become a resident and maintain their residence in the UK if it so happens.
So that's what I'm saying. Residence is residence.
Okay.
So you are a foreigner living in a foreign country, UK,
Mm-hmm.
and the law allows for that for everybody.
Okay.
But the laws in other countries may not allow for their nationals to become nationals of
Of
Britain.
another country.
And therefore,
Okay.
it's a matter of nationality. If you want to change your nationality, ask yourself, does my original country allow me to have another one plus the one I have? If it doesn't allow me, which one do I want to keep?
Okay, all right. Yes, as I said, we'll be going to our quiz segment in just a few minutes, and I want to reiterate our nugget, and it's about one of the worker routes into the UK. Now, what does it say? It says the Innovator Founder Visa, which was introduced by the UK government on the 13th of April 2023, is a route that has replaced the Innovator Visa and is for people who want to set up their own innovative, viable, and scalable business in the UK. Now, as part of qualifying as an innovator founder, you must be endorsed by an endorsement body. In the explanation, Lawyer Chazasma made it clear that the Home Office has its own endorsement body that would have to assess your application and also make a decision that is viable and you could be given the visa. The endorsing body, as I was explaining earlier on, will verify that the applicant has sufficient funds to set up the business and that the idea is unlike anything else on the market and also has the potential to create jobs. In addition to both situations, the innovator must meet the language and maintenance requirement. Lawyer, maybe I'll pose a question here. If it says in addition, one must meet the language and maintenance requirement, does it mean that the innovator who is employing somebody from outside of the UK, the employee would have to meet that requirement, or is the innovator that has to meet that requirement?
It says the innovator. So if you want to set up a business in the UK, to be able to function in the UK, then you must meet the language, and the language is English language.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we know that if you are seeking to continue to live in the UK after 3 years, then you still have to meet the indefinite leave to remain English language test. And of course, maintenance to the effect that you'll be able to maintain yourself whilst in the UK.
Okay. So we continues to say that after 3 years on the visa, you can apply for indefinite leave to remain or settlement as long as you meet the eligibility criteria. Lawyers just explained that. So take note of that. I will take us to our quiz. And with this knowledge in the background, you may be able to answer the questions so very easily. So take note of that. Very soon, we'll be coming to a quiz segment, and that happens to be one of the exciting parts of the program for me. It's still the Community and the Law, brought to you by BWF Solicitors and live on BWTV, BW Radio, and of course, live on BWF Solicitors on Facebook, YouTube. Call BWF Solicitors on 0208 493 7340. There's a Ghana number 0023355 589 5959 0023355 589 or the emergency number 077 127 61884 077 127 61884. We're going to take just a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to our segment for the quiz. And we want to say thank you to BWF Solicitors. I want to remind you that on the 28th of May 2023, we're having Emmanuel Praise at the Pavilion in Reading. And of course, if you want a development that will give you the best of facilities, is the Soya Nano Estates, that is the City of Favor. And if you're writing your English language and you want to prepare and pass so very well, consult KT Educational Consult and they will help you prepare. 07512 644 041. We'll be right back.
This is our world. Here we are in our community. There are the laws. There are the regulations. We have BWF Solicitors. BWF Solicitors, experts in all aspects of the law, family law, civil litigation, all immigration and nationality issues, representation in court, marriage and divorce. We pride ourselves to give you excellent legal services and follow through till we get you the right result and decisions. That is our mutual satisfaction. We have a team of excellent qualified solicitors and support team to help you every step of the way. Our senior partner, with over 30 years of unbroken service to the community, is a member of the Family Law Panel and has advised several lawyers and institutions in many legal matters. He is qualified to practice both in the UK and in Ghana. Come to us. Speak to us. Let us represent you. We are your trusted community partners when it comes to the law. Locate us on the 4th floor of the Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road at Seven Sisters in North London, N15 4NP. Nearest train station, Victoria Line to Seven Sisters Station, exit number 2. We are open for all consultations from Monday to Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Weekends by appointment only. Call us now on 0208 493 7340 or 077 127 61884. BWF Solicitors, your trusted legal partner.
Well, welcome back and to the very last segment of the program, The Community and the Law, brought to you by BWF Solicitors. We're live on TV, we're live on radio, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Facebook, BWF Solicitors and BWTV. And just before I went, I gave you the background to the question I'm going to pose. And the Innovator Founder Visa, which was introduced by the UK government on April 13, 2023, is the one I talked about. As part of qualifying as an Innovator Founder, you must be endorsed by an endorsement body from the Home Office. The body will verify that the applicant has sufficient funds to set up the business and that the idea is unlike anything else on the market and also has the potential to create jobs. In addition, the person who is applying for the Innovator Founder Visa must meet the language maintenance requirements, so to speak. After 3 years on the visa, you can apply for indefinite leave to remain or settlement as long as you meet the eligibility criteria. So if you have any innovative idea that can create a job that is scalable, and of course, that is not like anything on the market, come on, hurry up. Maybe you would have to quickly contact BWF Solicitors and they will help you put application in. Now to my question. Alba is a Ghanaian national who has a unique business plan to supply the community in the UK with essential oils for the beauty industry. Alba wants to set up a business in the UK. She has £10,000 as seed money and a brilliant business plan. She has heard about the Innovator Founder Visa and wants to know what she must do to qualify. So our sister, who's a Ghanaian national, has a unique business plan, and the basic idea is to supply the community in the UK with essential oils for the beauty industry. She has £10,000 and a business plan. Which of the following, watch it closely, which of the following is not an eligibility requirement she would have to meet? Which of the following is not an eligibility requirement she would have to meet. One, her business idea has to be endorsed by the Home Office. Two, her business has to be endorsed by an endorsing body. And three, she must have a viable business plan. Now, remember, Alba has a business plan. She's got the money. What does she do? And we're asking, is it one? We're looking at what is not an eligibility requirement. Watch it. The key word here is not. Okay? Okay. Her business idea has to be endorsed by the Home Office. Is it an eligibility requirement or not? Two, her business has to be endorsed by an endorsing body. Is it an eligibility requirement? Three, she must have a viable business plan. Okay, roll it now. Let's go. Your answers. You can text them to 0739920848 or send a WhatsApp message to 0795042270, or put that in the chat and let's pick that one up. Let's see how many will get the answers correct, or the answer correct, so to speak. 0739920848. That's for your text message. And for WhatsApp is 0795042270. Alba, Ghanaian woman who has a very unique business plan to supply the community in the UK with essential oils for the beauty industry. She wants to set up a business. She has £10,000 of seed money. Very brilliant business plan. But I'm asking these three answers that are provided, which one is not? Bill Yankee says it's number one, her business idea has to be endorsed by the Home Office. Is that an eligibility requirement? Okay, I don't know. Ademununkum says number one, yes. Her business idea has to be endorsed by the Home Office. That's not an eligibility requirement. That's what Ade is telling us. Who else? Send your text to 0739920848. WhatsApp to 0795042270, or put that in the chat. And let's see what you have. Do you have a business plan? Yes. Do you have seed money? Yes. Is your idea unique on the market? Yes. Does the Home Office have to endorse that? Answer those questions and let's see. Who else? Who else is coming? I've got just another minute to get your answer. Bell Yankee. Bell Yankee says, sorry, not so three. So Bell Yankee, you've changed your mind from number one to number three. Oh, come on. Be specific. Bell, where do we go? 3 or 1? Or you want to maintain 2? Anyway, is there any other? I'll go to the lawyer now. Lawyer, let's see if we can unpick and get the answer.
Yes, we will unpick. But Brago, before that, there was
there's one from sorry, lawyer. There's one from Party Depa. Home Office endorsement is not an eligibility criteria. Okay, now lawyer, let's get back to you.
Thank you. Yes, so I just want to say that I think somebody was inquiring about the dual nationality. If someone we got information that Spain, Netherlands, and Germany do not allow for dual nationality. So the person was asking, what if they have nationality? So they have dual nationality. So the question is, so can Dutch Ghanaian person hold Ghana passport as well as Dutch passport? Ghana allows for dual nationality, but Germany or Netherlands does not allow for that. So even though Ghana allows you to hold two, if the other country does not allow you to hold two, can you hold two? Then that's a question for the person to answer.
Mm-hmm.
So we can say that it's not possible to hold both because of the other side restrictions. So that's the answer we are offering to the person.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
In terms of the nugget, we are saying which one is not. So the rule is that your business must be clearer. So there should be a business plan. The business plan should provide potential for job creation and should be viable to the point that it can be scaled, progressional plan. The plan or the idea should be endorsed by an endorsing body. It doesn't say that Home Office must endorse it. It says endorsing body. So if the endorsing body, even if the Home Office has input into that endorsement, it is not the Home Office endorsing it. It's an endorsing body that government will set up or has set up to assess such applications from those innovator founder applicants. And therefore, we say yes, number three, yes, number two, and no, number one. So answer is number one.
Okay, so then, Mr. Producer, yes, we have Party the Par saying Home Office endorsement is not the answer. That's correct. Andrew Inti Abuaji just came in with A, which is number one, which is the correct answer. I think Ademunukum also brought in an answer to say it's number one. Yes, that's fine. There's somebody who changed their mind. Bell Yankee, you said number one, but you changed your mind. The answer. So you got it wrong. Eventually, you got it wrong. The answer is number one. In order for your new business proposal to be endorsed by a Home Office approved endorsing body and an innovator founder endorsement letter issued, the endorsing body will need to be satisfied that you meet various requirements. So it is not the Home Office that endorses it, it's an endorsing body. So number one is not a requirement for that. Okay, so then with that, we will come back to a lawyer to do is a bit of summary and a quick one so we can draw the curtains down on today's very interesting discussion. Home Office sent you a letter that your visa will be cancelled. What did you have to do? We have had answers. A summary of this, lawyer.
Thank you very much, viewers and listeners. Today, we've had the conversation. You have received a letter. If you have received a letter, Home Office will tell you what you have to do. The advice is that please do not ignore the letter, because if you do, after the deadline, you become an illegal resident in the UK. But once the letter comes, what should you do? You have to switch from the current status to any other status. So if you're a student, you can switch from student status to skilled worker status by finding an employer. If you're a skilled worker and you've got that notice, you can switch to another employer. Whatever we are saying is to let you know that once you receive the letter, it is not the end of the world. The letter gives you 3 months or 90 days to organize yourself and to move on to something else. What you need to do is to quickly seek the service of a lawyer. There are instances where people will come to the lawyer after the deadline. There's nothing the lawyer can do at that point. So please see a lawyer before the deadline is up. And once the visa expires or the visa's period of change or switch is over, you can then follow the normal trend and regularize your stay, i.e., you have a child who is a qualifying child, or you have a partner who is British and you want to depend on them to stay, which is quite contentious because the Home Office will always take the view that go to your country and marry. However, it is what the law says, so we go with the law that you can't depend on your partner. Or you have to stay in the UK for 20 years before you can progress. And that is something we will not advise. So as soon as possible, take steps to regularize or to change your current status. Always check your spam, check your emails, because they will send such letters through the mails. Join us again next week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Once again, thank you for making time with us.
And with that, I draw the curtains down. But before I do that, let me say thank you to everybody that's been part of the discussion today. Your contributions, your questions have been very useful and has helped us have a so wonderful discussion. BWF Solicitors, we throw you salute. we say thank you and continue to do what you do for us all the time. And I know that same time next week, we'll have the opportunity of coming your way again with the support of BWF Solicitors live on BWTV and BW Radio. Then again, to my resource person, Lawyer Charles Asma, thank you so very much for your time. It's a lovely Saturday afternoon, and I know the family would be drawing you left and right, but you have had the grace to sit with us for 2 hours on this program. Thank you very much. God bless you and all your efforts. And to my viewers and listeners, thank you for your time. It's been worth it. If you have not been at the other end, I wouldn't have had a very successful program, or probably I'll be talking into thin air. So thank you very much. And to my admin and of course my aesthetic developers, Padma Dodu, Sheila Ankra, thank you so very much. To every member of staff of BWF Solicitors, the lawyers, and the support staff, we say thank you both in Ghana and here in the UK. We say thank you so very much. And to my producer, Professor Ade, for your diligent work, thank you so very much. My name is Oreku Frimpon. Have the very best of the rest of the evening. Of course, have a good week. I'll be with you again same time next week. Be good.
Jesus, you're my everything, yeah. My everything is you, Lord. Yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Everybody say, ah. Say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things